Hello all and welcome to our Crochet Designs. My name is Mary, coming to you with a video vlog for March. Now, it's been a while since we've done a video vlog, I have to admit, and today's video vlog is going to be a mixture of a couple of things. Now, it's not going to be one of those really long ones that I usually do. It's going to be a little bit shorter than usual. So just a quick heads up on what is going to be in this vlog. First thing we're going to talk about, obviously, is what we're working on, and that's in reference to patchwork sweater slash jumper slash whatever we want to call it, pullover, whatever. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is happy mail. I got some happy mail, very excited. And the third thing I wanted to talk about is something that you don't usually see me doing on the channel. And these are commission projects or private projects that I don't actually ever show on the channel, but I'm going to show one today. Very exciting. And it's one that you'll think, wait a minute, we didn't even know she was making such a thing. And will we do one on the channel? No. Heads up, straight away, I'm saying no. And I think it's because I have the patchwork jumper, which I'm about to show you, slash sweater, right now on the brain, and that is taking its toll. There's nothing wrong with it. We're doing well with it. This is where we're up to. I'm lying. After yesterday's video that went up, you should have 1, 2 sets, 3 sets done. Plus, once you finish that video, you should have another 2 sets done. Get way too excited. Way too excited. But once that's done, that's where you will be. And I said next week we're going to do part 5. I have to think about where we're up to. Part 5. But I'm fingers crossed I can hold out till the end of the week next week, or it won't be till the Monday of the week after. There's quite a lot you need to catch up on anyways, and I thought today I would mention that quick heads up, once you finish the last 2 colours as well, do yourselves a favour and do a second one exactly the same. Because when we return, we're going to do the break for the shoulders, yeah? But after you do those shoulder sections, you're going to need to do the second side, and they're both exactly the same. So my theory would be to say just do 2 of them, and that gives you another week or so. You're going to be spending a lot of time crocheting, another week or so to do the second side and get ready for that shoulder section. Now, I don't remember mentioning that in the video. I don't think I did. I think I said right at the very end, and then eventually we'll be doing a second side right at the very end of that tutorial yesterday. But I don't remember saying do the second side. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't say that. So do yourselves a favour and do the second side, and that will give you plenty of time to catch up, and that way it gives me an extra week to redo my sleeves. Now, for those of you who are joining us new, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course share our videos so that other people can enjoy making patchwork jumpers and sweaters and all sorts of beanies and scarves and all sorts of weird things. Do that now and get excited, because we've got so much more happening in the future as well. For the rest of us regulars here, you would already know that yours truly did make 1.5 sleeves. The other half I misplaced, but I did find it. And the reason I found it is because, guess what? Yours truly ran out of the red yarn. So I'm a bit disappointed in myself. I thought I had 2 skeins of 10 ply and 2 skeins of 8 ply, which is Aran and DK weight. But I had 3 skeins of the DK weight and only 1 skein of the Aran. So I'm really disappointed. But that's okay, it's okay. It just means I had to pull undone the sleeves. I should have taken a video of it because I was so angry. And the worst part was I had already done this part of the sleeve too. So I'm pulling out one at a time, dropping it one at a time, it took me forever. Anyway, so I was really grumpy, as you do. And so I'll be redoing the sleeves in a different color combination. So the ribbing on the bottom of the sweater will be one color. The ribbing on the sleeves and the neck will be another color. Now, if you wanted to keep that one color, which should have looked good, which would have looked good, I'm so grumpy. The other thing is Bendigo Woolen Mills no longer makes that particular color. because I tried to order some. But if you wanted to make it the same colour, by all means, I will mention it in the tutorial when we get to the sleeve section. So you can actually make yours in the one colour. But for me, I'm going to have to change it to suit. What do you do? I'm not too worried. You like that? What do you do? I'm not too worried because quite last year, I think around July, I made this gorgeous cardigan. And I did the same thing there, but not because I didn't have enough yarn. I just wanted to play with something different. The ribbing on the bottom was purple. The ribbing on the sleeves and the collar was the gold, or whichever colour you want to call that. And the ribbing on the front was orange, just for something a little different. Not because I didn't have enough yarn, but because I wanted to try something a little different. And I loved that look. It came out gorgeous. Now, that will not be a pattern on the channel. That will actually be a paid pattern on the website once I get it all tested and sorted out. But that's that. So that's the jumper, the sweater, if you will. That's all of that. I wanted to talk to you also about Happy Mail. Now I've got two bits of Happy Mail, one which I mentioned yesterday in our live, and the other one I haven't shown anybody yet, but I'm about to show in a moment. But the one I mentioned yesterday was this gorgeous cup right here, Simply Divine, and it says, to my old friend, because of you I laugh a little harder, cry a little less, and smile a lot more. Thank you for being my unbiological sister. And there it is, and it was the lovely Karen. And I was trying to mention in the tutorial, let's try live, I was trying to mention into the live, when I first got the cup, it came in a box with nothing in it to say who sent it. And I was reading it and looked underneath and reading it and looked underneath, walked away. Oh, I think I was cooking sauce at the time. I stirred my sauce, came back, had another look, looked underneath, looked inside, nothing. Put it down. When I went to stir the sauce later, I looked around and from a distance I could see like a little bit of purple. And I turned it around and there it is. Karen and Mary. Hilarious. I mean, you couldn't plan that, really. It took a good 10-15 minutes worth before I realised that there was an extra bit on the back. Before I realised that was there. Hilarious. Sorry, a little bit of humour on my part, but that's that. Now this lovely lady, let's call her Raylene, purchased a few little items for me just to keep me entertained. And one of them, and I tell you what, I've been saying on our live that we're going to start up a little like cupboard thing here with all the cups that I get from subscribers, because check this one here out. Look at that. Actually, I'm glad this one is here. The last one I cracked. I know. So look at that. The lovely Raylene purchased a little cup that says, I wonder who that is. That is me, the lovely Raylene. This is just the information. Actually, if you're wanting to know where she got this one from, she got this one from Aimees Creation. Beautiful, unique, personalised items. I think I need to get the glasses. They're on facebook.com and they're on Facebook. It's a small business on Facebook. Support your small businesses, guys. And you don't have to purchase me a cup, but support your small businesses. All right, but they are on Facebook, and how beautiful is that cup? Now, does she not know me too well? This is why I'm 2 sizes bigger for my jumper. Because I keep munching on these guys right here. I keep scoffing these down, you know, swallowing 3, 4 at a time. Not really, but I do eat a lot of them. And if you didn't know what these ones here are, this is another flavour of our famous Tim Tams here in Australia. They're like a real cookie biscuit. They actually look like that. You can see the picture on the bag. I hope you can see it. I'm going to try different angles so you can see it. But how gorgeous is that? Oh my gosh, this one here is chewy caramel. To die for. I haven't opened it yet, Raylene. I wanted to take the video after the video. I'm going to scoff down 10 of these. I mean, one of those. Just one. She's so bad. Also, a beautiful little, I love this, a thimble and scissors set. How gorgeous is that right there? Simply divine. I love, love, love. Simply divine. Now, this little girl, she came out of the box because I did a little bit of footage. We'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, and I've got some little things in there. We'll just leave those. But this little girl right here, she's out of her box. She was actually in a box. It came in a box, but I've taken some footage of her. Now, you're probably wondering, why on earth would Raylene give me something like this? Initially, she had wings. I took those off because they were Velcroed, so I was able to take those off. But you're all thinking, why would Raylene give me something like this? Let me show you something else, just quickly. It has something to do with that. It's nylon ribbing. For those of you watching our channel over the past few months, you would know yours truly has been trying to make something. And I've been looking for a doll, but I'm not going to say much more. I want you guys to head over to the workstation with me and check this out. All right, so this is the little doll I was talking about. It's called a fairy doll. And no doubt it's called fairy doll because she has wings. And it's not purchased in a big store. The lovely lady said she purchased it at the reject shop, and these are the other fairies I'm assuming that you can purchase. Now mine is this little pink lady, so let's give everything a cut and check her out. Oh wait, before we do, I want to show you something. Yes, get ready, you're going to see it. 2 different size toilet rolls. Okay, the smaller size, which to me looks like the center part is wider, and the very larger size roll to me looks like the center part is thinner. So there you go. So they are 2 different sizes, and you can tell by looking at them. And we're going to try the doll on both sizes. Yes, I do have toilet rolls that are 2 different sizes. Sometime today would be nice. Here we go. Oh, let's try this end. It doesn't want to work for me. It does. Oh, wow. Well, oh, there you go. I've wrecked it anyway. It doesn't matter. Well, it's not like I'm going to put it back in the box, so it doesn't really matter. But let's see. Here we go. Oh. So that worked. That fell. All right, so now we're going to... I've got to cut these guys off. Got to be careful not to cut off her shoes. Oh, I think her shoes are... Oh, they're actually attached. I might leave them... I'll show you later. There's a little... You can see it now. A little elastic band right there, keeping the legs closed at the heels. I might leave them like that for the simple fact that it might help when sitting in the roll. And of course, I think these things are attached. Oh, I think they're only Velcroed attached, so they can come off. Let's move that out the way. Fell on the floor as well. Yeah, I think these are only Velcro attached, so we can, there we go, we can take off the, well, we need to, otherwise we can't get it in the toilet roll. Are we ready? Drum roll, please. Let's get the small roll first, because, you know, a lot of people don't always use the big rolls. So let's fit her down into the small roll. We can probably take this little outfit off, but it doesn't. She's too tall for the small roll. Look at that. We'd have to chop off her legs. We can't use that. She's too tall. But I don't think he's going to go for the other one either. We might have to do something about these legs. Maybe those shoes can come off. I don't think that will work either. It might. Actually, this might work. Let me lift it up a little. Because the gown... She's way too tall. Hello. Does her arms move? Oh, the arms move. Check the arms out. They've lifted up. Let's see if I can do this right. They've lifted up like that. Oh, the lighting's going bad. I can't lift it up like this. I'm sorry, guys. I'll tip it down to the side. But there's her feet. And she's a little bit... Am I all the way out? Yeah, I am. She's a little bit too tall for it. We could still make her something for the future. Does she stand up, right? What? Does she stand up? Oh, she does. She stands up on her own at least. We could still make her something in the future. But she's way too tall. She's way too tall. Now, you know what we're going to do? We're going to measure her up. I'm going to go to the reject shop myself and check out and see if there's a smaller size. Her arms move around a bit. And even her outfit comes off. See the Velcro there? You can take that off there. You can cut it right? You can cut the little thin. It's a little thin, you can see it right there. You can cut that and you can take the Velcro off and you can change her outfit. So we could make a little doll's outfit in the future. There's nothing saying we can't make a little doll's outfit, but she's no good for the toilet roll holder. But I do thank you very much, Raylene, for the little, I don't want to mess up her hair. I'm messing up her hair. The little doll. I've messed up her hair. How did I mess that up? I had one job. You had one job, Mary, but look, the bonus is she sits. She sits, but it's no good to us. I'm trying. So the bonus is she sits, so we can actually create a little something for her. She's cute. All right, so that didn't work, but thank you very much, Raylene. You weren't expecting the toilet rolls, were you? But yes, she was bought or purchased specifically to help me out because I've been looking for a doll for our toilet roll cover. We're going to make a toilet roll cover here on the channel. Let's put this bag down for a minute. And this little lady is far too big. The toilet roll actually goes right up to her knees only. That's how high it goes. So she was too big for the actual toilet rolls. However, guess what? This little outfit is Velcroed. It comes off. We may make something with her in the future, and you can pop her, I don't know, on a bed, or you can pop her on a mantelpiece somewhere, and you can have, I don't know what I did with her hair before. I pulled at her hair during that little video footage there. And you can just pop her on a mantelpiece, just having her sit pretty. Yeah, or sitting pretty. We could call her sitting pretty, yeah? There you go. So that was why Raylene thought about me. Because I mentioned I was looking for a doll for a toilet roll holder. She's too tall. I'm going to take the measurements of her and I'm going to go into a toy shop and measure all the dolls I can until I find one that suits that toilet roll. Those toilet rolls, because there was two. A bit odd, isn't it? But I do want to have something nice. Nothing worse than walking into a toilet and just seeing toilet rolls everywhere. If you've got a little doll with a dress over it, you know, people come and it looks pretty, yeah? Oh, that's just me being funny. See, apparently my auntie, my late auntie I should say, years ago when we were young, made us one of those for our toilet. And for the life of me, I kept saying, one day I want to make one, one day I want to make one, one day I want to make one. And so I will make one. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I bought the nylon. We're doing it. So that's that. Finally, guys, I want to talk to you about something that I've never really shown you. And you're probably thinking, hey, wait a minute. But I have spoken to you guys about it in the past. I've just never shown you. And today I'm about to, well, you guys are about to have a little bit of a sneak peek. So not only are you going to have a sneak peek at this particular item, but you're going to have a sneak peek at the messy way I designed that item. Okay, so what did I do exactly, right? Firstly, let's talk about what it is. It's a Grafgan. You're thinking, what is a Grafgan? Well, a Grafgan is a blanket that you crochet that is the picture of something. So let's say, for argument's sake, I like the look of this doll. I take a photo, I pop it on a sheet of paper and I draw around it. Not that I would use that doll as a photo, but just for argument's sake. And I put little blocks everywhere. I draw lines everywhere. You know, I put it on lined paper and I draw around it and I sketch, put it in blocks and I make a picture out of it. It's a lot of work. If you have an Excel program, you can use that as well. Plus there is a little, I don't know if it's still going, but I think it's still going, Stitch Fiddle. It's called stitchfiddle.com. And what you do is you pop your photo on there and you tell them how many blocks you want. And each block is a stitch. So just be wary when you're using programs like that. I think there's a free version and a paid version as well. I'm assuming the paid version gives you more information, more data, more room, bigger blocks. I don't know. I haven't purchased it. I just use my own old-fashioned design and draw everything up, which you're about to see. All right, so I'm not going to talk anymore, but I will say one thing though. The Grafgan was for a lovely lady. She's a family member. Her and her husband recently had a baby. The baby was born a little bit early, but still healthy enough to go home with mum and dad, which was fantastic news. So I was supposed to have the blanket made for them, but I didn't. And I'm only just past halfway through. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to let you head over to the workstation and check this out. Alrighty guys, here we go. Is he not gorgeous? Check him out. Now I've got the paperwork here to show you. That's where I'm up to on his body, right? And this is my design. That's what I've come up with, but that's where I'm up to, and you can see exactly where I've finished off here with the E, and I'm going to head right over to the K. And what I'm doing is working up and down and up and down, and it goes right up to the top there. That's his little mouth and his nose and eyes and everything. His hands are holding the ball. Now the sign says Lakers. Well, when it's complete it'll say Lakers. That's the bottom part where his legs are. And that's it. And then we'll have a little border, which I haven't decided what border to put on, but this is the piece. In fact, what I might do is open the whole piece and show you the rest, and you can have a look at it. I don't know if you can see it, but notice how I just draw my own. There we go. How's that? And that's there and there. So there you go. And that's me playing with, I know it's a little crooked here, but that's okay. It means a ball's sitting on an angle. I did that on purpose, giving it a kind of an authentic look of, you know, the bear sitting like on an angle. And there you go. How gorgeous is that? So I can't wait to finish it. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I'm dropping everything here. Let me pick it up again. I'm trying to use one hand, but it's not working. All right, so there you go, guys. That is the little blanket that I've been spending a lot of months working on. And this is one of the projects that you don't see. Obviously, you don't see me doing these big projects. It's a big project. Will it ever be a tutorial on the channel? No. Heads up. Outright no. I'm not even going to think about it, because the hours I spend on this blanket is phenomenal. And I'm not even halfway. Oh no, I'm halfway. I've just hit halfway. So the rest is going to be interesting. There will be a 5 to 10 centimeter border. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll see. All right, so that's one of the big projects that you'll see me working on over the next few months. So how about that, guys? Wow, pretty amazing, huh? Now, you have heard me speak of this before in the past. If you are one of our regulars, you've heard me speak about this in the past, but I've never actually shown you how far I've gotten with the actual blanket. I never showed you anything about the blanket. It's the first time I'm showing anyone the blanket, so there you go. But the other thing is, guys, these are the sort of projects I do outside of the channel. So sometimes when you say, oh, how long does it take to upload one tutorial? Well, that's what I'm doing. So when one tutorial takes 3 days to upload, oh, whoops, she's been working on something else, that naughty girl. So that's pretty much what I'm doing when I'm not uploading. So there you go. And I forgot to mention one last thing, guys. I forgot to mention that I was going to do a shout out in this video vlog. Now, I did mention to the lovely lady about 2 weeks ago that I would do a shout out on our very next video vlog, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, if you're not sure what a shout out is, if you have yourself a YouTube channel and you would like for me to mention your name here on our channel, and you know what, we do that a lot here in the crochet community, or crafting community, if you will. We look after our community, and that is what I love so much about our channels. And someone did the same thing to me quite a few years ago when I first started. They shouted out to me, and lots of people came over to our channel and subscribed and liked and shared and watched our videos and did our tutorials and made all our gorgeous items that you see lying around. So I'm going to be doing, and I have been doing over the past 5 years, exactly the same thing. I find a channel that I like and I talk about that channel. Now, let's talk about this lovely lady. Now, she popped onto one of our lives a few weeks ago and said, oh, I'm also a crocheter and I also have only just started YouTube. And we are talking, she only just started. Would have been that week or that month. She literally only just started a few weeks back, or a month back. Now, the lovely lady's name is Ginny, and her handle is called I have to look down. Chat with Ginny Crochet. Now, Chat with Ginny Crochet is not only two things. One, she's Australian just like me. Not from Melbourne, she's from Sydney. Total different area. You know, you have to go by plane to get there. You could drive, it'd take you hours, but you'd have to go by plane to get there. So I've never met this lovely lady, except on her channel. Now, she started off doing a few video vlogs discussing some of the projects that she was making, and some of them were our projects here from our channel. So I thank you very much, Ginny, for that. But now she's starting to do tutorials as well. Just new, and she's exploring her camera work and everything else. So support our small channels and support our crafters, guys. Head over to Chat with Ginny Crochet and check out some of her tutorials, or one or two of her new tutorials, and some of her video vlogs and chats that she's talked about, whether it's her yarn or her patterns that she's been creating. All right, so that's pretty much what today's video is all about. Just bringing small things together and letting you know that there's certain things that I do outside the channel that you don't always know about, and that gorgeous Grafgan was one of them. Thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget, guys, we are working on our patchwork sweater / jumper. It is going to be a full piece, one piece that goes right over our heads and just keeps us nice and warm, and I've got plenty of space, giving you lots of space to make it nice and big. And don't forget that we are creating that one if you would like to create that. I've left a link to that in the description box down below, and also a couple of links to some of the recent items that we've been making, and maybe even a playlist to our 2023 playlist. And I've started one of those. It's been how long's it been? Since January, that I started a playlist, and everything that comes up this year, I'm popping it on that 2023 playlist. That doesn't mean you can't head over to 2022 playlist. Just saying. All right, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and do all the wonderful things that you guys always do for me. And don't forget to join us on our lives at 4 p.m. Wednesday afternoons, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings. This is Melbourne, Australia time. Just marry that up with your country and have a bit of fun with us. We also do crochet on our lives, which we stopped for a little while, but we are restarting this Saturday. Get way too excited. Join me there, and I will see everyone soon. Ciao for now. Try to be good.